Hi everybody, it's Friday, so it must be time for another instalment of our
Friday Family STEM Challenge.
But before we start this week's challenge, I want to take a few moments to show you some of the amazing fandangled contraptions that we had sent in for our catapult challenge. Stay tuned to the end of this week's video to find out who the lucky winner is of the Uber Eats voucher.
Now for this week's challenge, here are some of the things you might need. You need some raw spaghetti, tasty. You need some sticky tape, yeah, that's great. And I think you need a 400-gram tin of food and some stretchy blue tack, stretchy stretch, and your very creative and clever engineering mind.
But before we get started this week, let's take a few moments to learn a little bit more about what we're going to build in this week's STEM challenge.
One of the most significant engineering feats in our world is our ability to build bridges. But what is a bridge? A bridge is a structure built to span over an obstacle, like a gorge or a body of water or a road, or in some cases, over the top of a whole town. Some of the earliest bridges built by humans were stepping stone and log bridges. These bridges were used to give people easier access to different parts of the countryside that were cut off by water, like rivers, creeks, and lakes. As civilization continued to advance, so did our scientific knowledge, and these useful structures continued to evolve and span larger distances and bigger obstacles. This Roman-made arch bridge is one example of how the art and science of bridge making evolved over time to meet our needs. The bridge spans over a gorge and its arches are made of rock using the keystone design. The bridge also features an aqueduct which was used to transport water from one place to another. As time went on, bridge designs continued to evolve, as did the materials they are made from. When engineers began using stronger materials like iron to build bridges, they were able to create much more intricate designs for a range of purposes. When the railway came to town, the need to build train tracks through difficult landscapes became a necessity, and bridges became a common feature of almost every landscape around the world. Iron bridges were surpassed over time as iron required a lot of maintenance to ensure it didn't rust. The use of steel and concrete meant that bridges again evolved to the megastructures we see today, though we didn't always get it right. This bridge here was an early suspension bridge built to allow cars to travel over a harbour. Though the design was very clever and forms the basis of many bridges we see today, the engineers didn't take into account the effects of really strong wind, and eventually it failed. But the lessons learned from this failure gave us the ability to build safer bridges in the future. Bridges come in all shapes and sizes and are some of the most iconic landmarks around the world. They are symbols of practicality, beauty, and man's ability to shape the world we live in. You might even recognise a few of these world-famous bridges.
So the STEM challenge for this week is for your family to build a bridge out of raw spaghetti that's strong enough to hold a 400-gram tin of food. You might need to do a little bit of research before you get started to find out how engineers design really strong bridges that can take lots of weight. Don't forget to take a photo or a video of your bridge and send it through to us here at school, or post it in the comments section below. There'll be a prize for the best bridge next week when we join together again for the Friday Family STEM Challenge. Have a great weekend, guys. Oh, and one last thing. Congratulations to the winner of the Catapult Challenge, who is
The Basic family with this awesome catapult creation.